It's that time again. Welcome back to Final Tower Defense. Before we do start though, if I could ask you if you could like and subscribe onto the video, as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, it would really mean a lot, and it's free and it only takes a second. But without further ado, yeah, let's go. It is iGrindGames here, back with another video, and in today's video it's obviously on Final Tower Defense as always, and we're basically just going to go over an infinite tier list, basically the stuff that's meta. Now, I was discussing this tier list with some people that I'm friends with, and also some people that have got some of the highest waves in the game. So obviously there could be arguably better metas that they haven't tried out, and some units could be better with other units, meaning that they could be higher on the tier list, but this is just the ones that they've used, and those are the ones to back up the claims, because none are higher. So obviously you've got the best DPS units which can be used in LB runs, which is obviously the Coyote Resurrected, the one you evolve from the raid. Golden Cooler, which is obviously the Evo version of the first one, which you can get in the first story Namek as a 3% drop after you Evo it. Broly is also another good one, obviously the evolved version, because it's an AoE air unit, so it does a ton of damage. And then Fiend Bobbert is also the secret from the second map. That does a heck ton of damage and it's quite cost effective, so that's a really good one to use. And then obviously for support, Ramen Guy is obviously the number one. It is it's a buff unit and it's also a money unit, and it's arguably the best at both. Obviously it costs more than Erwin if we're going off like financial and different scenarios, but to be honest, you definitely want to get that. That is the fourth secret. And then you've got the Strongest Captain. That is a really good stun unit, and it also does a ton of damage. Quite costly though, but if you're doing infinite and you've got all these like money units and buffs and stuff, you should be able to afford it, so you definitely want that. Snow Queen obviously for the stun as well, and the snow, and Ichigo for the slow as well, is obviously all good ones. And then not to mention Jotaro also has the time stop, as he does in every other tower defense game, so obviously you want to go for those mainly. And then obviously the worst of supports would be Erwin, because although it is a really good buff and it's cheap to use at the start of the game, obviously the Ramen Guy does give a bigger buff. I'm pretty sure it's 150% compared to 300, so it's obviously better, unless it's nerfed recently, I'm not too sure. Then you got Escanor, which is a money unit, which is worse than Ramen, but obviously if you don't have Ramen, then that's your next go-to. And then Illusionist Aizen you get from the raid, which is also another good support. And then you've also got Zenitsu, who slows units down and stuns them, which is a good 5-star. And then with the DPS, if you don't have any of the best ones, of course, then you can use Kurte Awakened, Sound Pillar, Ulk, the normal Cooler, or Rengoku Evolved. They're all good DPS units, although like I said, not as good as the other ones. But if you don't have the others, you can just sub those in. Obviously you won't get as high as a wave, but you still will do a ton of damage and get to a pretty high wave, 100 plus for sure. And then the bad DPS are the ones that aren't the greatest, but you know you can still use them. So all the ones listed below, I'm not going to say them all. Pretty much just like the non-evoed or just units that suck, such as, you know, Con or Gon 6 range Evo. It's probably the worst 6-star in the game, so definitely don't go for him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously guys, screenshot it or whatever. This isn't an official one, but I don't see any others made right now, and this is probably the closest that you're going to get. You can disagree if you want, just put in the comments if you would argue units to be somewhere else on the tier list. And yeah, that's about it. So it's been your boy iGrindGames, and this has been the tier list, and I am out. Peace.